What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to spill the tea about brand deals and sponsorships and if they're all that. I'm going to reveal the truth about some things and speak to my experiences in regards to brand deals and what they've done for me. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing that I want to talk about is the different types of agreements that you can get into, or the different variations of brand deals or affiliations that you can be a part of. So the first type of deal or agreement that you can get yourself into is product as payment. What product as payment means is that the brand will contact you and say, hey, we really love your content. We would love to send you X product in exchange for a video. And that's that. They're not paying you. You don't get an affiliate code. You don't earn commission. It's just, you just have to be okay with accepting the product as payment, and that's totally up to you. I've done this several times in the past, especially when it was like, the first time I had ever been reached out to by a brand. I was super excited about it, but now I've grown a bit and had experience with brands who have given me actual flat payments to post, or to also be given an affiliate code that gives me a commission. I think I've kind of steered away from those, even unless I'm like super curious about the product. So that brings me to my second type of variation, and that's pay to post. So once again, the brand will reach out to you, they'll send you their product and say, hey, we'd love for you to feature this product in our video and we will pay you X amount of money. This is something that I've experienced on Creator Marketplace on TikTok. They have like a separate portal for their creators, and you can set your fee. If a brand wants to work with you, then they must pay X amount, and you can say if it's negotiable or not. So that's one way to do it. But brands will sometimes tell you flat out how much they're willing to pay, and if that's acceptable to you, that's totally up to you if you want to take it. It depends on the brand, but maybe this could develop further into another working relationship. Maybe they just want to see what you come up with, how that particular video performs. So that's another way to earn income. It's definitely a way to develop a relationship with the brand. If they see that your numbers are doing well, or if you just get great interaction on those types of posts, they may offer to send another product and ask you to make another video for them and also pay you that flat fee. So that's another variation of it. The third type of relationship you can get into is like an affiliate program. In this situation, the brand will give you a code that you can give to your followers, and that'll either be a support code. So use code Alicia if you want to support me. What that means is that I earn a commission because you're telling the brand, hey, I got this because Alicia promoted it, but it doesn't necessarily give you a discount. So you'll still get a commission, but it doesn't really offer much to your followers. That's option A. Or option B is that the brand will give you a discount code, which is also an affiliate code, code Alicia, that'll give your followers, let's say, 10% off, and that'll also earn a commission for you, whatever the brand sets it to be. I've had 10%, 20%, 25%, so it really varies. The fourth type of agreement you can get yourself into is a longer term contract. In my experience so far, I haven't entered one of these yet because a lot of them require exclusivity. So they'll say for 12 months, we would love to work with you and have you promote our products. The terms of that contract may prohibit you from working with other brands that are their competitors. Once again, up to you. If that's a brand you really stand with, align with, is part of your lifestyle, then I think that's great. These contracts can also be longer commitments. So certain brands might have like a tiering program for their athletes, where if you make an X number of sales, you're promoted to the next tier and they'll send you more products or give you a better discount or better commission because you're doing them a favor, they're doing you a favor, vice versa. That's another thing that I've seen. This hasn't happened to me personally, but I've also heard of brands who have a minimum sale requirement in order to maintain your affiliate code. And I think that's like, if a brand sponsors you, they give you an affiliate code. That's kind of like their test trial. Do we want to continue working with this person? Are they giving us enough business or are they not, essentially? I'm still a newbie at content creation and figuring these things out, but I would definitely say that working with brands and having an affiliate code is a great way to earn a passive income through your content creation. But it's also not as great as it seems at times. I'll tell you guys a little bit about my experience and the things that I dislike about it so far. One thing that I will say is that a lot of these payments, or like your payouts, are on a very non-frequent schedule. So a lot of these brands will give you a payout, let's say like once a month. I've also worked with brands that will pay you out as soon as you make your sale. It doesn't matter if it's a 2-cent commission or if it's a $20 commission, they'll pay it immediately. But for example, there can be orders placed with code Alicia from like a month and a half ago that didn't count until the following month and have yet to be paid out. So there can be quite a delay in when you actually receive your payment, because the brands have their own way of making sure the product isn't returned, and then they have to go ahead and approve it and then pay out with however way they do it. A lot of people do Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, all that stuff. So just prepare yourself, like even if you make a sale, you may not receive your commission for a while. Another thing that I've gotten a little bit frustrated with is that some brands won't pay out your commission until you've reached a certain minimum amount. I'm not going to name any names, but certain thresholds can be, $25, $50. The reason why that bothers me is you're still putting the work in and giving the brand sales, and you're not getting compensated for what you thought you were getting compensated. So I just feel as though if a content creator is working, they're providing you sales, you should compensate. Like, I understand on a monthly basis, but it should not have to reach a minimum level, in my opinion. Another bad experience that I've had is actually on TikTok Marketplace. Once again, I'm not naming names with any brands, but I was offered to work with a brand. They sent me their products, I made the video, and on TikTok Marketplace, if you agree into that, there's like a separate portal. I uploaded the video on time, and at that point, it was just waiting for their approval. I reached out to them over email several times. When I first worked with them, they responded to my email, but after I uploaded the video and sent them emails about it, they still hadn't responded, and I was supposed to get paid for this video. So I had to report the account because it's been 2 or 3 months. They haven't responded to me. They're not replying on TikTok Marketplace. Once again, I've done the work, I've expected payment, and I don't receive it. So I feel like that was kind of like, I reported them on the marketplace, but I feel like it's not fun. You put a lot of work into it, expecting to get payment out of it, and then you don't. That was a little bit upsetting. It hasn't happened to me since, but yeah, it was just not fun. I think from my experience, I've learned that I don't really want to work for free, even if that means I'm receiving a free product. I think I've had to reevaluate the value of my work and the editing that I do and the time that goes into it. But unless a product very much so piques my interest, I don't know how willing I am to make a whole separate video for the brand, because I think as a creator, you recognize how much you're doing for the brand versus what they're offering you. So it's almost like knowing your worth. If I'm adding so much value to your brand by making this video, I should be fairly compensated, whether if that's a commission or a flat rate. Like I said in the beginning, when it was the first couple brands who started to reach out to me, I was super excited. I didn't care if I was just receiving product as payment. I didn't expect to be paid for the work I did. But now that my account has grown a bit, I have a lot more experience editing, my engagement rate is higher. I think I've started to question how much I'm offering to brands versus how much they're offering me. It is a lot of work to create content, and that time that I'm using to make a video for a brand essentially for free, I could be using to make a video that's promoting my own brand, which is my own account and myself. So I think it's really kind of made me value what I do a little bit more. If other brands are willing to pay for me to make this video, why would I accept anything less? You kind of really have to stand your ground and know your worth, and that's been hard for me my whole life, especially in job interviews. I hated, I felt like I was just stroking my own ego in an interview. But stand your ground, know your worth, because they will pay for it, and they should pay for it. You're offering your not only exposure with your account, but you're recording, editing your own face. Like, people start to know you, so you have to recognize that that's what you're offering to brands, and they should pay for it. Along with that, but also slightly different, I think I've learned to really stay true to myself when it comes to the brands that I've worked with. Even if there's money or just a sponsorship in front of me, I'm not gonna take it if I'm not, actually interested in the product, or if I don't use the product. As a creator, it's your responsibility to be true to yourself and the products that you use, especially when you're promoting it to your followers. So I'm okay with posting honest reviews, but if I'm explicitly promoting a product, I want it to be a product that aligns with my values or something that I use myself, because then you're just in it for the money, you're losing your credibility, your community. People are coming to you for a reason. So if you have nothing to say to them about why you like a product, you're clearly just chasing after the money. And unless you have like millions of followers, I think it's really hard to earn a living just based off of commission. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't even have 100k followers on either platform, but from the commission that I've made thus far, it's not substantial enough to make a living. So it's not worth lying about just based on principle, but also on actual payout. I think your followers will know when you're being ingenuine, and it's also just not like me to be ingenuine. That's about it. That's kind of been my experience when it comes to brand deals and sponsorships. I don't think by any means that I'll be ready to quit my job based on the brand deals that I have so far, but I'm working towards it, and I want y'all to know that whatever brand deal I'm taking on is definitely a genuine one. I've turned stuff down before because I don't think it aligns with who I am. It's not something that I would use, so just want to make that clear to y'all. And yeah, that's really been my experience with brand deals. I think people have a very rosy image of what it's like to be a content creator, and you know, you just get paid to do whatever, you just get one brand deal and you're set, and that's definitely not the case. I work with a couple brands, and although I do have a smaller following, I wouldn't say that it's going to be enough at all to quit my job. I think it would take millions and millions of followers along with a YouTube channel and, you know, other sponsorships in order to be a full-time creator and have a steady source of income. Yeah, that's about it. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. If you found this video to be useful, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, questions, or video suggestions, please leave those down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for listening. See you next time. Bye. Make sure to scroll and make So once again, the brand maybe like the third tip, or the brand can give you, relax, but if that's inhibiting you, why am I getting into this? You're expecting, you know, to get payment at, you're expecting that. I'm not trying to promote whatever, not even for the sake of, I feel like I'm going all over the place. Like I said, golly. But that may and the terms